Om Tat Sat. This is Swami Nikhilananda. My humble prostrations to the universal divine energy in the form of Adi Guru Shankaracharya ji, my worshipful Gurudev Swami Jyotirmanand ji, all the sages and saints of this world, and to you divine souls watching this satsang. Today we will be discussing verse number 14 of the holy scripture Bhaja Govindam by Sri Adi Shankaracharya ji. जटिलो मुंडी लुंछित केशः काषायाम्बर बहुकृत वेशः ओम हरि ओम 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 हरि ओम 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 पश्यन्नपीचन पश्यति मूढः उदरनिमित्तं बहुकृतवेषः भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते. So in this verse number 14, Shankaracharya ji has taken a direct comment to all the saints and sages. So all the saints and sages need to listen to this explanation of his very, very carefully. So he says, Jatilo mundi lunchita keshaha. We have bald heads or we have matted locks as sannyasis or swamis or spiritual people. Kasha yambar bahukruta vesha. We wear orange robes or we wear different kind of spiritual attires that show the people that we are men of God. Pashyanapi chana pashyati mudho. Then he says, out of these people, there are many of them that are still deluded. So that was a very radical statement he made 500 BC back then, but it is still so applicable today. So the common people obviously get confused because when they see all these people who they look up to fall from the graces, it is hurtful. And that's what Shankaracharya ji was trying to bring at that point even, and that exists even today. Nothing much has changed. He says, for they are fools. Pashyanapi chana pashyati mudho. Mudho means that their brain is dull. They are seeing what they are doing and yet they are not seeing. Udara nimattama bahukrita vesha, which means that these garments, these looks, these disguises are merely to fill the belly, to make their bank accounts look better, to grow. And that's what unfortunately we are seeing. So many of these so-called spiritual people, they fall from the graces. They are just like any other business trying to collect money or greed or whatever. So that is the essence of this shloka that Shankaracharya ji brought to our attention. He says, just the looks, the clothes don't matter. The only reason we wear these orange clothes is to simplify our life, so we don't have to do multiple choices of different clothes and so on. A mendicant, a sincere aspirant is supposed to be very, very simple. And therefore, he says, only that person should enter this arena of spirituality who is genuinely 100% committed only to God. not to just fill the stomach, for that is not going to help you. So a very radical statement, a very important verse of verse number 14 of the Bhaja Govindam. And so all the spiritual aspirants, even saints, everybody who is following the tradition of Shankaracharya ji should know that this is the holy path. Here we have to walk with every foot with a lot of care. Don't get into name, fame, prosperity, money. This is a direct comment to just the sages and saints and spiritual people. Why? Because they carry a much bigger responsibility to help the masses, to help the general people. So a true sannyasi is not into any of these things. His only mission in life is to connect with God and to share that nectar with others. See, attachment and detachment is an internal process. You don't show it externally. Although these clothes and symbols and power and things that people get involved in is not the goal of why you attained spirituality or why you are walking on this path. The real progress is done within. You have to go within your heart. You can be kind and you can be extremely rich and not be attached like King Janak, or you can be a sannyasi, so-called sannyasi, just like Shankaracharya ji is saying, and be only looking for food and be attached to everything. So it's not so simple to follow this spiritual path. Thus the scriptures, what do? They teach us to sit at the holy feet of sages and saints and then learn this knowledge. It comes through God's grace, through Guru's grace, through your own effort, through your parents' blessings, and all those things combined. I hope this deep verse is going to resonate with a lot of us. Why did we choose this to begin with, this holy path? And introspect. This is not the path where you run after money, or fame or glory. You run after it to do one thing, only one, to attain mukti, liberation, God realization. I hope you enjoyed this satsang. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Om Tat Sat.